Now I just need to figure out how to publish a video on YouTube.
Did you forget already? You were posting a lot, many videos recently for your channel, I mean.
So now I just need to figure out how to publish a video. Oh wait.
I hear stuff twice now.
I also hear stuff.
Okay, I'm live.
Why did I not change the title? Live now. It makes it clear in the title.
Oh, I want an elytra as well. No, we'll give it a moment for people. The beer is real.
Yeah, let's wait a bit. Let's wait a bit for people to join, so they are not missing out on the information.
My stream running smooth. Looks okay.
Why do I still have? Oh, right, that book.
I will be the evil one in this one.
The evil one?
Yeah, I just put my beard on.
Oh.
You just put your beard on, yeah. I was like,
oh yeah, the Spock beard. Parallel dimension. Is it in English? Do you say quasi or do you say quasi? I don't even know.
Quasi. I think quasi is probably better.
Yeah. Let me look it up in my dictionary.
In Dutch it's quasi.
Quasi. Yeah, it's also in quasi. According to the dictionary, it's quasi. What the hell? It's like really a quasar. Sort of quasi. Who the hell would say quasi-connectivity? I wouldn't. So quasi-connectivity. Stream that. No. Is do you have your video quality ready? All right.
I have it like I always have
live Panda then?
I think I am.
Yes. You are for me.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think we can start. Then again, if we start explaining stuff now, people just started joining the videos, need to get to the sub boxes and stuff. I think we can just start anyways and explain it over and over again, like you always do.
Yeah, I think that will happen.
Yeah.
I kind of sort of explained it a little bit in my video announcement already.
Oh yeah, I also said that we have the two sides of the world. On the one side here, should just have pistons here somewhere. Like I have a piston here, I have a piston there. And, well, actually, wait, there's something even better than having a piston, except we put it like this. And on one side, this piston. Oops.
Done.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And now I get a flint and steel or something, and the one side reacts, the other side doesn't.
I love how it stays on fire.
Well, that's new to 1.9, I think, that you can ignite pistons, right?
That's how I feel about quasi-connectivity.
Yo, chill, bro.
Burn it. No, I think. So yeah, we have this world here, half of it with quasi-connectivity, half of it without. And I guess the idea is that we will just try to build different things up, find designs that only work with quasi-connectivity, as well as maybe find things that only work without quasi-connectivity, if we can.
Mm-hmm.
And just make a comparison between the two. So the reason why we do that is because relatively recently a developer for Pocket Edition was tweeting about, or rather Jep I think was tweeting about it, about adding a block update detector block on Pocket Edition. And that brought up the discussion whether there might be plans to remove quasi-connectivity. Which a lot of people think is a really bad idea, and yeah, that's what we want to find out, I guess. And there's buffering in my stream.
Not for me.
Yeah, already like people in chat saying, what about the new block that they want to add? But that's kind of that's kind of not super relevant to what we're doing right now. That's a separate thing. That will definitely be useful, like if they decide to add it, but it's not really what we're going to be going into in the stream.
So the thing is, maybe we should explain that right from the start. Budding and quasi-connectivity are two really different things.
Yes.
Like this here is a bud, yes, and it's a bud that uses quasi-connectivity. But you could just as well, on this side where we don't have quasi-connectivity, where this type of bud doesn't work, you could just as well build a bud over here as well. Like this and that, and you got a bud that works without quasi-connectivity.
Exactly.
So it's two really different things. Like quasi-connectivity is creating a bud all the time, basically, but yeah, it's not the issue that we lose this bud or so. Like adding a block here is not the big deal. The big deal is if you have a huge door or something, or just a simple trapdoor. Like these are really popular. These doors where you well, I guess we should also, if we call it a trapdoor already, build the thing how it is.
We should just make a trapdoor, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's embarrass myself. How do you make a trapdoor? Probably something like that. And you power these pistons from here. Now, on which side do you need delay? I guess you need to have the delay from here. It's a long time since. Let's tick. There we go. So, for example, this is a really common door design, right? So you could also extend it to the other side then, and oops.
So build one here as well.
Oh yeah, you can build one on the other side. That's nice.
So this is some like magic voodoo server where we. Oh, it doesn't work. What a surprise. Also, no, like I messed up a little bit. Like,
yeah,
I messed up a little bit. There we go.
It works on the top part.
It works on the top part.
Lower part. Like you could of course put redstone down here and wire it all, but
I think making 3x3 doors and 4x4 doors and 2x3 and like anything bigger than 2x2 is going to be very, 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 very difficult.
Yeah. It's getting a lot more difficult, definitely. I read earlier on the bug post of quasi-connectivity, which is resolved as works as intended, by the way. That currently, yeah, who knows if that changes again. But I read there of a guy who made a 3x3 door without quasi-connectivity. He posted a screenshot, and it didn't look too bad actually. It was, I think it was even just one wide and relatively compact. So if we later don't know what to do, we could also try to rebuild that thing just to see what's possible there. Yeah. Let's see what's in chat for a moment.
The basic 3x3 door doesn't use quasi-connectivity. I guess like if you're powering it from below, then maybe, but still like. So here's the thing, Fenno, that a lot of people don't realize. For instance, just like super compact monostable circuits like this already kind of break down.
Yeah.
And any sort of powering with pistons retracting from above is going to be very difficult.
Indeed, there's what is this over here? By the way, that's new. Over here.
That's something ground made, I guess.
Well. So
I don't think you could replicate this without a bud block.
Wait, what is this? What is this doing? What is it?
Duplicating blocks, or
no, not duplicating. He's placing them in front here, and like you could, for example, use it for ice generator, right? I think that's where I saw this being used. For. So you have water in front of here, and as soon as it freezes, it causes an update, and the ice will get moved down there. That's actually an interesting challenge. I want to try to replicate that without. No, actually, that is something that is not possible without quasi-connectivity. There we got another good thing to note. Like what a kind of budding that only is possible thanks to quasi-connectivity is having a piston stuck in the extended state, even though it wants to be in the retracted state. I mean, without quasi-connectivity, let's go over here where we don't have it.
Can't we still use redirection redstone to do that?
Yeah, true. No, you're right. We can.
Well, I don't know if we can. Like, I don't like these are one of these things where I'm not entirely sure how your change is gonna affect it.
So that still works, and as soon as it gets an update. So
Okay.
yeah, that's also still possible, but you couldn't make it tileable.
But you
like
cannot
over here,
make it tileable, no.
I wouldn't know how anyways. Like, you would need to redirect a lot of redstone for that.
No. How's the missile factory going? It is 97% done, but I just haven't like finished it.
So another thing we already talked about as well is flying machines. I mean, that's a big one for you, Cube.
Yeah, no, like I'm gonna be pretty sad if the quasi-connectivity disappears. Which is the one? This is the one where it works on, right?
Yeah, you can see it on the color, the brown side as well.
I would like to quote Darn Geek Daniel Wustenhof from Mojang. He wrote on Reddit his last sentence: "I would hate it if certain things would no longer be possible in Minecraft." And he does realize that quasi-connectivity is important. Quasi-connectivity is important. And so they are open for discussion, so just don't freak out.
No, like this is not a freak out. We're not freaking out this stream. Like this is nothing.
That's good. I'm not talking with you, Cube. I don't know why you feel poked. I don't know why you feel poked.
No, like I feel like that was directed towards me.
No. Seriously, no. I would tell you.
I have strong opinions about this stuff. Like, so here's one of the things that because we've been talking a bit before the stream started already, but what I would find very interesting is Mink, thanks for the subscribing. But one of the things we spoke about is that they've been talking about adding the capability for pistons to push hoppers and dispensers and droppers, furnaces, chests, stuff like that. And I think that's going to be amazing. Adding something like that will create like a new revolution when it comes to redstone. You know how there was a revolution when the slime blocks came out? I expect this to be even bigger. But what would be cool though is if they really want to, you know, make redstone amazing without breaking the previous stuff, is what if it's like an optional thing where you have two types of pistons. You have these old pistons, and then you have the new pistons that do not have like quasi-connectivity that could push chests and droppers and stuff like that. And that way you're basically like, it's a lot more work probably and possibly very difficult to code. But
I don't think it is. Like, it's yeah, these engines I wouldn't know how to replace these, possibly with update order, but
in my opinion that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Yeah, sorry, I broke your flying machine. It actually worked. Sorry, I broke it, realizing like, oh wait, that one actually works. In the other one.
So here we got a quasi-connectivity based flying machine, and as soon as it crosses the border, you see it stops.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I was like,
fine, it's no problem. But what we can do is just it a bit, and it will work again.
Yeah.
Did I just punch Mario?
Yeah.
So let's see. I need to manually move it over because here it won't. Wait.
You can already put redstone on pistons in 1.9, and moving entities will be next. You can't really put redstone on pistons though. It's not a thing.
I think that's something they should fix, so that block 36 inherits the properties of the block that it's containing. That would be really nice, because at the moment the reason why the redstone pops out on top of the piston, I mean that's not quasi-connectivity now, right? But since we mentioned it already, let's just look at it. Like, if you have redstone on top of a piston here, the reason why it pops out is that this block becomes block 36, and block 36 has no solid top. And I think it should just have a solid top if the block that it belongs to, like that it's containing, like a piston base, has a solid top as well.
What's actually there was a moment in the updates where you could actually have redstone on like non-solid blocks, or at least I remember being able to have redstone torches and being able to move the blocks underneath. Do you remember that update?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I remember using that in Redstone. Like you would have, what you would do is you would have glass, and then you have like solid blocks, and then by shifting the solid blocks and the glass, you could actually do cool Redstone stuff.
Yeah, I remember that time.
But they fixed that somehow. Like I don't know why.
I think that wasn't. The thing is, it was also kind of unstable how it was back then, because it wasn't based on block 36 having the properties of the blocks that it comes from, but it was based on no update happening in the time during while there is block 36 in this space. So if you had a fast clock running besides that, it would have popped out at that time as well. Like if there's some wrong update happening. But it would be cool if it would be in feature-wise. Like definitely.
Like anything, in my opinion, anything that like gives more things or possibilities with Redstone isn't good. Anything that limits Redstone is not good.
Okay, so as I'm the evil one here,
yes.
Let's take this what you just said. Things that enable more possibilities.
Yes.
Okay, a 1x1 pixel display with redstone lamps.
Yeah, with redstone.
We are on the not quasi-connectivity side here, and it's very possible. You can see it's a 4x4 pixel display here. We have a smiley on there, but you can change each individual pixel here however you want, and then the smiley looks like someone punched it in the face. But yeah, that's possible without quasi-connectivity, but I wouldn't know how to do it with quasi-connectivity. I mean,
I don't think it's possible.
I don't think it's possible either. Yeah, that's the thing. But
no, you can make a piston 1x1 pixel display though.
I still don't understand how, but I guess it's just based on really weird update orders.
I sent you the videos, man.
Yeah, but I hadn't time to watch them. You sent them just before the stream. When should I watch them? Wait, actually, I forgot to tweet as well. Let's just tweet. Let's see. Where was there?
We're on a server that has it's a server-side mod created by Panda, where we have one half of the world that has quasi-connectivity, and the other half does not have it. So as you can see here, like
we should maybe mention again why this stream is happening. It's about basically figuring out what is not possible without quasi-connectivity. Would it be really breaking really super important stuff in case it would be removed, which we don't know yet. We don't have the confirmation for it, really.
No, like it's nothing definitive, but like I know that because I spoke to Daniel, who is one of the devs for Pocket Edition, and they are so early in the stage right now where like it's actually a thing that they can still decide on. They haven't decided on how they're going to do it, and if they are going to make a decision as how it will affect Pocket Edition, then that time is now. So in that aspect, it's important that if they are going to, because the eventual goal is for them to probably make it so that all the like Redstone and stuff functions the same in both the Pocket Edition version and the Xbox version and the like the PC version and like the Windows 10 version. And like they want to, they're aiming to get all the stuff to work the same way.
I know. I was tweeting that to Jeb. They were saying it at last Minecon that eventually at some point, no matter what platform it is, all Minecraft versions shall be the same. Yeah. So that no matter what kind of platform you play, you can play with everyone together on servers. Doesn't matter what kind of platform you are. Yeah. So I would wonder, that's what I told you off stream before, if they would code in some sort of bug like a quasi-connectivity into the other versions, into with their squeaky clean code. I would wonder if they would do it.
Well, here's the thing. Like I know that on Xbox, it is a thing because people have been building my like Atlas Mech and like Robot Kitty and stuff like that on Xbox and PlayStation and stuff. So like I think the way I see it now is at the moment you have Xbox, PlayStation, and PC that are kind of running the same like code, and then there's Pocket Edition, and that is very guiding for what it will be on Windows, on the Windows 10 version, which is something I kind of am interested in. Like if the Windows 10 version becomes, you know, like a fresh, well-coded game, then that gives a reason to switch.
Well, it does look promising also as for how far you can put the render distance. It looks awesome, but
like the performance.
I just telling you, that's just my opinion. They won't get me away from Windows 7 until my PC dies in like 5 to 10 years or something. I won't ever go to Windows 10. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm like in a sort of in a bind at the moment because they already have a dev version for the like some of the things they are doing on the Windows 10 that I would like to try, but that means switching to Windows 10. I'm not sure if I'm up for that already.
People are asking why did Panda not code something like a butt block. I was asking him the very same question a few days ago when he said he modded this world. In Panda, you said, we don't know yet how the butt block would behave.
Yeah,
maybe it's something really super awesome, which we cannot imagine.
So there's two reasons why I didn't code it. Firstly, I first coded this thing in 1.9, but there was a ghost block bug and everything was full of ghost blocks, so I coded it in 1.9.2 and I don't have MCP for Minecraft 1.9.2, so it's a bit iffy to code there. So it would be quite difficult to get a new block in there. Well, not difficult, but it would be more time consuming anyways. So laziness is the first one. The second one is we don't know at all how the butt block works yet. And I can imagine cool implementations of it, and I can imagine not so cool implementations of it. And the devs of Mojang already have, like for the Pocket Edition, already have a pretty good idea what they want to do, I think. And from what I've heard, it's nice. So yeah, I don't think it does any good to come up with any other version now. Before we have seen what they have in there.
Right.
So
and then we can criticize at that point and say, hey, it would be cooler if you would add this or omit that, because then these things would be possible as well, etc. So they already got like a working version, so it would not, like back when you made the slime blocks, there was nothing like that. in
exactly.
Regard,
so but I was thinking with Cabo about it again, with the butt block, how it could work, and we had a few ideas what would be important for it to be really awesome. Like the one thing is it would have to react in the same ticks that the update happened. Like it would have to react directly, because that's something that is important in many cases for piston butts, that they just react basically instantaneously, right? You place a block here and zap, it's down. So that's something we would definitely want to keep in a way. So that would be like react fast. Of course, they would probably then need a few ticks to reset. That's just technically, I guess, necessary unless you want to code in really weird stuff that they automatically generate 0 ticks. But I don't think that would be something that that one would want. But the second thing is they should be movable by pistons, because then it would also enable you to use them in flying machines and potentially make up a bit for what you would lose if they would remove quasi-connectivity, which I doubt they will, because it sounded a lot like they have a good idea how loft it is, but then again they said they want to learn more about it because they don't know that exact yet, and that's also what we're doing here. Like, yeah, I myself, I'm not sure if quasi-connectivity is that much needed as it thought. Like for example, this piston display, this pixel display, is pretty nice, and it's not possible without. There are also things that are possible with, but not without. Like for example, zero-tick generator here, which is a changed zero-tick generator. I think it was something. It was made by Deco, I think. I'm not sure. I think that's where I got it, anyways. This just zero-ticks these pistons in the order this one first, then this one, then this one. It will all look like they go at the same time, but they inside the tick go after each other. So that's something really nice. Cube earlier mentioned already that he uses it for his missile factory. So that's, for example, a use where you could do it. And this thing would get... I think it would still be possible to have chained zero ticks like that, but it would get more complicated. Like over here, this would be a zero tick generator as well, which works on the same principle, just that instead of quasi-connectivity, we have pistons which lock the other pistons to get them into the butted state. And then we have the same thing happening here. You see there's the redstone block and a normal block here, which get moved away from this redstone line at the same time. And that's what creates this zero tick. Or rather than at the same time, in the order, this piston triggers first, then this one, then this one. So when this one triggers, the line turns on, and when the last one triggers, it turns off again. And that's the same thing that you see happening over here when we retract the lever. This one will retract first, so this line turns on. Then the one in the middle will retract, and then this one, and then the line turns off again, and that's what creates the zero tick. So, yeah, there are pros and cons for quasi-connectivity, is what I'm saying.
Hey Cube, have you tried testing the inconsistency in switches placed next to double-stacked pistons, where depending on which side you place the switch, different pistons fire? I think that has to do with just the update order, like the way Minecraft Worlds update, process updates. I was not really sure what you're talking about.
What was it about? What thing?
No, I don't think I fully understand the question. I'm gonna build a robot.
Well, we're just looking into a bug post. There was a chat question if the second image of that bug post 11,193 would be possible in the not quasi-connectivity world.
Can you link me the picture directly?
Build a neuen Tab. Un momento. Yeah, it's possible now. Okay, got it. Yeah, it is.
If you're in chat right now and you have, you know, ideas of things to test in the quasi part of the world. Yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have ideas what you think is only possible due to quasi-connectivity and what might be possible without it, that we don't think of yet, just tell us and we can try it out and try to find alternatives for the other side of the world. So yeah, I think Crown built up the store here, which was in the bug post about quasi-connectivity. That was MC108 if you want to check it out. So someone posted this picture there. I don't know who yet. Let me actually check. Credit where credit due.
Will the lightning missile work in this world? No. Is it? I'm not sure if it's impossible to make like zero tick engines. I'm guessing it is. I think those are like a thing of the past.
I wouldn't go that fast with saying it's impossible. It might be possible by
having a ridiculous amount of let's try.
By having more redstone blocks. I tried it earlier, but the problem was the one piston wouldn't get moved as well. Then, like it's
This works.
I saw the picture in there again.
Make a supercharged engine.
Oh, actually, I think the door was made by the original poster of it. So yeah, MC108. So yeah, that's a 3x3 door which works without quasi-connectivity, and I don't think it's too big.
Make a missile that is based on quasi, but that can fly through into the other part of the world. It's an interesting challenge, so I don't think it's going to help us much.
Wait, a missile that works in both, or what?
Yes, a missile that works.
That's pretty easy.
Like it's not that hard. You could just do the things below, like everything below.
The thing is, yeah.
Can I disable griefing?
Disable mob? What griefing? I understand it now. A missile that bombs the other part of the world. Is that what?
Yes.
Okay, I get it now. I didn't understand it. It was like build a missile that works in both parts. That's what I understood. I don't know.
Don't be so naive and think so nice of your viewers or of Cube or anyone.
That took a while to land. You guys, sure.
So this is a missile that works in both. That's also something I find interesting about the part of the world without quasi-connectivity. All piston flying machines are completely rotatable. They work upwards the same way, they work sideways the same way.
That is true. Like that is actually an interesting thing. I'm not sure if that's always the case though. Like there is still an update order.
Yeah, exactly.
There is still an update order.
It is in most cases anyways, yeah, but there's an update order, you're completely right about that. So yeah, this missile works in both. And it's the same missile if you like mirror that part on top here, like that, and remove these blocks, then it's the one that only works on the non-quasi connectivity side. Yeah, because over there the rotation doesn't make a difference. Here it does, because the upwards Y coordinate has this special behavior with the quasi connectivity. So there was this other question Mary just had posted. I will just build it up.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get in trouble with the piston push limit for this thing.
Yeah, that's of course something. What you often do for flying machines with quasi connectivities is
you save on like blocks that you have to place.
Exactly, you do this, and without quasi connectivity you have to get the block next to the piston actually. So you need to add an extra slime block here, like that, and then you got one more block already, and that's something that will probably get problematic for flying machines if you wouldn't have it. Yeah. Because there you are always fighting with the push limit anyways.
Is there a way to...
If it just was 16?
I think there might be a way to do this actually. If I just move these below.
Okay, so the question was if this behavior here, where sometimes a piston stays extended, would still happen without quasi-connectivity. And no, it wouldn't. Because how this happens is that the order the Redstone updates is random. And if it happens that let me just, I will just use the torch even though it updates. If it happens that this block, this redstone turns off first, and then afterwards this one, then this piston basically is in the budded state here, and stays in it. So
literally one block, like I have one block too many.
Oh, should I restart the server with a higher push limit? I'm joking. I won't put something now. But actually, I don't think it would be too hard.
To change it so that it's more.
I modified the piston class anyways, I think.
Yeah.
But no, if I start that now, then no. I will get too distracted.
But that would be a thing as well, though. Like if they do decide, like, I mean, the goal for them is to make Redstone like better, right? At least I'm hoping that's the motivation. Then if they're tweaking stuff like that, then why just change it to 16 or something? That'd be nice.
60?
Oh, like a 60, sure, like a stack, just so you can push a stack.
64. Oh wow.
64, yeah, sure, why not? I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Cube, you shouldn't be okay with that because
no, like 16 is it kind of removes the challenge.
Yeah, exactly. With 64, your skills wouldn't be special anymore in regards to flying machines. So it's bad for you.
16 would be good. 16 is good.
With 16, there's still enough challenge that people won't be that much concurrence for you.
Yeah, the order of Redstone updates isn't random. No, it's not. You're right. If anyone has an idea how to make a supercharged, I think there's like an easier way to make a supercharged engine that I can't think of right now.
What happens, or what would happen if you would put something like that? Hey!
What if you
Cube checks it. Wouldn't that that here? Like Cube? It flew a block.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Like that basically, right? That's what you need, making a short pulse like that.
Oh, that's actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Like it might. I'm thinking it's possible.
And then you could just move these somehow, but yeah. How would you know?
What you're doing is kind of a thing. That's not really that's. I don't really feel the part where I'm struggling now. The part I'm struggling with is bringing it back. I wonder if you would do this the other way around, it would be better.
What do you mean the other way around?
Where you'd have the like piston, this one facing back. Oh, got a subscriber, Richie. Thank you, man. I'm gonna send you a PM after the stream. If you could do it the other way around, where you have the pushing piston up here, and because I kind of want to use the pulling to pull the ones in the back. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, so you need to get you need a way to do this. Oh.
I mean, seeing as quasi-connectivity is now another thing anymore, like you have to think differently. Maybe you can do this now. I'm not sure what's the update order. I'm pretty sure it's like down to upward, right?
Guys, would you think that now that they are talking about the butt block, they are actually trying to fix Redstone? I mean, like update lag and update order and all that jazz. I don't know.
What like why is that a thing? Is that a thing that should be fixed? Like you need the game works like that, right? I don't think.
No, I think that's something that generally will be fixed at some point. Like it's not about it shouldn't break anything if you fix it correctly. I actually talked with about it with Cabo the other day, and this is our attempt to make Redstone less laggy. Yes, this is colored glass, yeah. But I think that's something that should change at some point, because from what I've heard, I haven't actually looked at it directly myself yet, how it works, is when you depower Redstone, that it will cause a lot of mostly unnecessary updates, because this Redstone block, this Redstone dust would have the power level 15. And if you remove the redstone block now, then it would first go to 14, update its neighbors, then to 13, update its neighbors, then to 12, update its neighbors. From what I've heard anyways, I haven't confirmed that myself yet. And that really sounds like it's doing a lot of unnecessary stuff that is just busy on the CPU, or keeping the CPU busy. So it would definitely be nice if that would get fixed at some point. And I think from how I see it, the Pocket Edition devs also try to clean up the code like that a bit. That they look for things like that and change it. And that's possibly also the thing why they do the butt block and consider not putting quasi-connectivity in Pocket Edition. Because especially for new players, quasi-connectivity is really weird. And can get frustrating if you don't... You made it! That's awesome.
It's super derpy, but it works.
That's
I'm not entirely sure what I did. It's like...
just wanted to say that Mojang, from what you can read in between lines, is that they try to make it easier for newbies, more easy to understand, basically.
Okay, where can we add the TNT to this one?
Yeah, where can we add the TNT? Like, and how can we compact this?
Panda,
how can we
don't
this?
You dare to go to the evil... Oh, sorry, you got your beard. I didn't say anything. Okay.
Evil Panda.
Evil Panda, yeah.
Sorry, Mary, I was kind of too amazed by CubeSync and fell into your word. What do you
Can we,
know.
does this work the other way around as well, though? Like, is this directional? That's what I'm wondering now. Would this be directional?
Let's build it up in the other direction and check.
Yeah, or mirror it or something. I'm not even sure, like, I'm not even
We don't have
100% sure how this
structure
works. That's kind of how it goes with most of my redstone.
I think actually it won't be directional. So I guess it's the thing how this works is, oh man, wait, how do you? It's turned off with this block here at the moment, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's try to figure out how it works. So when I remove this block, that stuff retracts. So
well, I feel like with this one, it's very the update order plays a very big part. Because if it updates in the wrong order, it's not going to work.
It does play a big part, indeed. But I don't think it's directional, because the update order of slime blocks is, well, there is directionality to it. Well, actually, it might be no, I don't think it's directional. It's not, because when this piston here retracts, this slime block will always get first placed to block 36, and after that this one. And there's also, I think, well, actually, I think this one will be first over here or something like that. But I think that won't be directional. I think because it depends on how far the slime block or how far the part is away from the initial pushing slime block, kind of. Which one updates first? So I think it would work in all directions. It might not work upwards though, with what we just said earlier, right? That they are completely rotational independent. It might be that. No, actually, I think also upwards it would work.
Sure,
no, I think it is not directional. From the slime block update order.
Let's build it upwards then.
Yeah, I want to see that. I think I will just let you build, because if I try to mirror that now, I will just get confused.
I'm already confused.
Well, I will just try to build it in the other direction. So that's also something we should try, right? So, okay, what am I doing here?
This is some like puzzle. This feels very puzzle. Because you're like, I'm mirroring it and rotating it twice at the moment.
That feels like it should cancel each other out to some extent.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
What am I doing?
What are you doing, man?
I have no idea. Okay, wait. Okay, this piston is facing here, so we go there, and then we go down and then 3 blocks to the right. So we go. Okay, I made some mistake, I think. Let's check here for.
Like, my conclusion is that it doesn't really matter how, like, what I'm rotating it now, because I'm gonna do the same principle, and that should be good enough, right? Right.
Right.
Right. Right.
Well, you know what would be awesome now? A structure block.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
If it would work, yeah.
Well, yeah, just.
I mean, you can set block it, but it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean with having a structure block, like having the one how they wanted in 1.10. That would be amazing, and then we could just set it up and clone it a few times, mirror it in all directions, try it out, and we wouldn't be limited by this slow brain stuff.
Oh, it's going! It's going!
So.
It's going. It's definitely like not the same thing I just built a moment ago. But, like, the principle is the same.
That's
works.
Pretty nice. So yeah, I guess we can sort of
supercharged stuff.
Yeah, I think we can sort of cancel supercharged engines off the list of things that would get impossible.
Yeah. But they need, I demand a higher push limit.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. But this engine needs a lot more blocks, and I don't think you would get it as compact as a quasi-connectivity engine, just by the thing that quasi-connectivity is something that that is just naturally
Here's a question.
saving the blocks.
Can you make movable switches?
Oh.
Can you make activation systems for, like, can you make movable triggers?
Yes, you can. You definitely
Guys,
can. Yes?
there were a few questions in the chat to explain quasi-connectivity, like on some maybe easy to understand examples.
Okay, let's do it.
So what is it exactly? Why would it be bad if it would be gone, or is it not bad? And that's basically the whole point. This
Oh, you
stream.
have it set up here
Yeah,
already?
I just set up.
Before we do that, Cube, can we just, because you asked for the switches,
Yeah.
I think this one would be a movable switch, like that's a switch, right? And to make it movable, you just add a piston here, you move it over, and then you have a switch on the side, right?
But
So
it doesn't trigger when you move it.
you can also make it trigger when you move it. That's completely optional. Then you just put the like tap, and it triggers when you move it.
That's actually interesting.
It's again
It's
dependent on the
actually,
order the slime blocks or the pistons update their blocks.
That's actually pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Like, interesting in the way that this makes it easier.
What do you mean makes it easier?
Well, you can, like, if you do this, and you do it here, like, I guarantee you that it's not going to work the same way.
It's pretty much the same, I think. Like that's something where quasi-connectivity is not really. Oops. Wait. So yeah.
I was just about to build something like that up here
Like,
also.
like,
Yeah. Okay.
If you move this, oh, it works the same. Whatever.
It's
You're right.
the same.
Okay,
Like,
it's the same. Okay.
This is actually a huge misconception, I guess, that this bud is needing quasi-connectivity. That's not what it's based on. I mean, it's using quasi-connectivity, but you could also like go to the side here and build it like that. Same bud, no quasi-connectivity. The reason why this works is the order the slime blocks get placed into block 36. So the thing is, when this slime block here, the one on fire, gets placed, this one here is still block 36.
What about, because now it's sideways,
works.
what about if the switch is facing like backwards?
What? It works in all directions the same.
Well,
because
like if you move in, like,
like, oh, if you move it from this side.
Yes.
That probably won't work. Yeah. Because
but like,
now,
what about on the other side though?
Same thing. Same thing. Just that you would need to use.
Okay, so that actually kind of sort of works the same way then.
Yep. That's all just slime block update order.
Well, that's
incidentally a topic I'm relatively good at. So let's try to show easy examples. So.
Yes. For the people that just joined the stream, let's kind of show the.
Yeah, I think we can start here with this bud. On this side here, we have quasi-connectivity. On this side, we don't. So on this side, this redstone block is able to power this piston. So you can see if I update it, it triggers. On this side where we don't have quasi-connectivity, it's not possible.
Unless you do that.
Unless you do that, yeah. Then you can get the same thing to work again.
So just to make it like, removing quasi-connectivity does not remove block update detectors, but it just makes it so that in order for them to work, you need the redstone to directly be connected to the piston. And you can't have it either be diagonal or 2 blocks above, because like this would also function as a block update detector in the current version of Minecraft. As long as it's diagonal or like 2 blocks above the piston, it doesn't recognize that it's being powered, and as soon as you provide an update, in this case in the form of setting this air block to fire, it will think that it's powered and then extend, and by extending itself it's moving the like sideways or 2 blocks above redstone block out of the way, so far away enough that it realized that it's actually not powered, and then it retracts again. That's my like non-technical explanation.
Well, I think it was pretty accurate. So maybe just to add on that some theory stuff. If we have a piston here, It will be directly, or let's place it in the air. It will be directly powered from these blocks, right? That would be the blocks that could power it. If you have a redstone block here, it extends, right?
Yes.
But also on top of that, the blocks which I marked red here are blocks that, that are the quasi-connectivity blocks. So if I place a redstone block here, it is powered now, but it doesn't receive an update. So next time it receives an update, it will extend because of this redstone block. And same goes for the blocks on the side here. It's updated again that it retracts over here. That would also power it, but not update it. And as soon as we update it, it then extends. And that's the whole thing we are talking about. If these red blocks here should be able to power the piston, or rather how it would behave if it wasn't the case, and how it behaves currently with it being the case.
Yep.
So let's continue our tour with what's quasi-connectivity, what it's used for. Right over here. Oh, well, there's no redstone on top, but it doesn't matter. I guess that's a common door design, kind of. Well, it's the principle of a common door design anyways.
That's the only door I can do.
It doesn't even close.
It doesn't even close.
Looks fabulous.
It's a really friendly door. It doesn't cancel anyone out. Like
No, it
it's
does. Like
to the enter.
it's very, very like negative against people that are fat. It's very, very mean of you, Mary. Very mean.
What?
Why would you make a door like that?
Oh, hold on. I just raised. Okay, it's fine. Oh wow. Hold on.
Horses are not allowed with this door.
No,
Aww.
it's one too wide. I admit.
Okay, so
It should be 4.
Anyways.
I'm tired.
This door is based on quasi-connectivity because this piston here gets updated directly by the redstone that's on top of the lamp here. And the piston below, for the piston below, the lamp here is like a quasi-connectivity block, right? So it will get powered but not updated. But since the piston here extends, it will also cause an update on this one, so both of them extend. That's how this is using quasi-connectivity plus an additional update by the other piston that's in between there. Like if you would remove the piston, you would have to manually update this. But if the piston is there, it causes the update. And yeah, without quasi-connectivity, you can see the top pistons still work, but the lower ones don't.
Yeah, no, like you need to like drag the power down to the side or something.
Yeah.
Like it's still possible, it just makes it more complicated.
Indeed, no. That would work again, and yeah, of course you could do the same thing over here. And there we go, now the door would work again. But of course this is a bit more fancy.
What I'm more interested in like now as well, because I think one of the things that is nice about the quasi-connectivity is that if you have a large wall of pistons doing stuff, that there's like lots of things tiled next to each other.
That you just need the one row?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Okay, let's build it up over here across the border. So we can just show both sides at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So anyone got a lever? I got one. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can see on the quasi-connectivity side, the whole wall extends. On the non-quasi-connectivity sides, only the rows which got directly powered by the blocks extend. The ones where the block is one of the, let me get red glass again, one of the quasi-connectivity blocks. Like over here, this one, for this piston, this is a quasi-connectivity block. That won't work without quasi-connectivity, obviously. Yeah. I mean, it's still possible to power a wall like that.
Of course, like it just makes it
but
more...
in many cases, you need it really compact. Like tree farms are a good example for that.
Yeah.
So let let me get some other blocks on the floor here. So a way to do it would be to just have a checkerboard pattern of blocks here, and then behind have a, for example, half slab wire, so that it can nicely go up there, and then just wire that all up. And now if we, well, need to power it from back here. Oh, wait, on this side we can nicely power it, like there. We made a mistake somewhere. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't travel.
Yeah, it doesn't. We can just use a non-half slab here, and here. So yeah. So that would also be a possibility to still make a whole wall extend at once, but yeah, it needs 2 blocks behind.
Like the more I look at this stuff, the more I'm in favor of them just adding 2 types of pistons, and then it would be amazing.
It would be really cool.
That would be the best thing ever.
I've read on the bug tracker for MC108, which is about this quasi-connectivity bug. Graham said that he could add something like a game rule, so the server could like toggle it. So
but that's not as useful.
I know it's not as useful and good. I just want to say that Mojang is generally open to the idea to sort of, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not totally out of question for sure.
But they're doing like really cool things at the moment, so why not do like amazing things?
Yeah,
why not make it amazing?
And increase the push limit to 16.
And increase the push limit to 16. And make it so that you can push like the chests and droppers and hoppers and stuff. All the things.
Cube, how is the budding with rails done or something? Is I remember something faintly. I didn't do anything with it since ages.
What?
I will build something up. You do your stuff. We'll see. Let me see fail.
It's funny. Like the system works in both worlds.
Okay.
Yeah. Like now, this is kind of.
I guess we should to show what it's about. Just add solid blocks here and extend it, right? We have the difference of that there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Go on.
Yeah. So, like in the current version of Minecraft, you kind of have a choice of how you want to deal on dealing with stuff like that. Let's do it again, but now. Like 2 blocks above.
I guess you want pistons here then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like now, this is kind of.
I guess we should to show what it's about. Just add solid blocks here and extend it, right? We have the difference of that there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Go on.
Yeah. So, like in the current version of Minecraft, you kind of have a choice of how you want to deal with these like quasi-connectivity, where we had issues, or like if you have a situation where you do not want quasi-connectivity, so where you do not want the pistons below a row of pistons to also get powered, you could use slabs. So this is it's interesting. I don't know.
So the thing is, it's not really. I mean, it's removing a possibility to power both pistons at the same time, right?
But
at the same time, it's adding the possibility to power none of them.
It is.
The thing is, which
but
one
like
is
powering
more
none
useful?
but powering none of them is, under normal circumstances, like a pretty easy thing to do. It's just you put your wire somewhere completely different. But that argument doesn't really you're right. But it's about on the same level, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, like imagine a world where we have 2 pistons and we have all the options. That'd be amazing.
In a world.
In a world, yes. Just look at this. Now you have 4 choices of things you can do. How cool is that?
That would be pretty amazing. Like, the thing is, it's weird.
3?
What?
Isn't it just 3 choices then?
No, if you would have both up, well, actually it's 3, yeah, because this
No, it's
one,
not really 3 choices because like there could be a reason for you to need solid blocks here, like for visual things or something like that.
Oh yeah, also if there was 2 different kinds of pistons, you could mix them up and you could have even more
This
choices.
is 4 different choices. Sorry, like you don't. Here you're forced to use like.
Yeah.
It's either piston A with solid block, piston A with slab, piston like B with slab, or piston B with solid block. 4 choices.
So the thing with having multiple types of pistons, like having a second type of sticky piston and a second type of normal piston, it feels weird for me to do something like that. Like, I guess if you say, okay, the new pistons that can also move chests and toppers, right, are the strong pistons, kind of. You give them more power. And they only get power directly because they need more power, right? That would kind of make sense in my head, though. That would, like, from a completely weird trying to make up a story around the universe, kind of around the Minecraft universe perspective. Like, it's maybe I'm weird in this regard, but when there is some feature or something, I kind of wanted to have some logical reason to be in that in the game,
I would
right?
just
and for
say,
the piston,
like,
it just feels so weird.
This is the basic piston, and then you have the advanced piston.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of fine with that because you could just have the advanced, stronger piston that.
Personally, I would say that both the advanced and basic piston would be able to push chests and stuff, though. Personally.
Well, in this case, the only difference they would have is quasi-connectivity, which...
And it also gives like new players, like, because I mean the argument for Mojang to want to do stuff like this is because the quasi-connectivity is very hard to explain to someone who's redstoning for the first time. And that's like a good argument.
Yeah.
But if basic pistons work, you know, like as you would expect they would work, because that's basically what they're doing with Pocket Edition. Like these pistons make sense. In a world without quasi-connectivity, pistons make a lot more sense. Like, you have to agree.
Definitely.
They make a lot more sense. But these are so good, though. Like, these pistons are so good.
You make no sense, but I still love you.
Yeah, you make no sense, but you're so good. Yeah.
I love it when geeks or nerds are so excited about such stuff. It's beautiful.
Oh, see who we have in the chat there, Dan Geek, the Pocket Edition developer. Welcome.
Oh, hello.
If you put a redstone wire directly behind a row of repeaters, the wire connects to it, right? What if pistons would want to connect just like a repeater? Wouldn't that solve this? Like mentioned. I mentioned, love your feedback. That's a really interesting idea. So, what
I missed it now. What's he?
I will copy and paste it into the TeamSpeak chat here.
So, what he is saying is, what if? Wait, how would I actually need to build it up? I guess like that, and like that. Then, what if the redstone wouldn't just be a line here, but also would connect into the pistons? Like if I power it, now only the pistons next to the blocks extend, right? But what if the redstone would, just like when you place a repeater here, then it connects to the repeater, right? And what if the same thing would happen, for extended pistons, they don't have a solid top, but what if the same thing would happen for the pistons over here? Right? That it just powers the piston even if the line is just next to it.
I see what you mean.
So that's what he said. That would, at least it would solve the wall problem. That's sure. Yeah. For the wall problem, then you could just, I think you would have to move the blocks one block down. Then on the other side here, yeah, you would, because otherwise it wouldn't connect over. But yeah, you could power a wall.
It's so useful that it doesn't do that, though.
Yeah, that's something I have to agree with. For comparators, we have this behavior, right?
Yeah.
And it is.
It's pretty hard to like make things with yeah.
Exactly. With comparators, you constantly run into, okay, I need to get a wire from here to over there, and it should run next to the comparator. Oh, dang, it connects. And
it connects, yeah.
Then you have to double check, okay, can I do that on this comparator? Because maybe you have a signal strength 14 over here anyways, and this signal strength will never be 14, then you could still do it, which is ugly, but if it works that way, so you have to check these things. And if that would behave the same for pistons, I'm not so sure about it. I mean, it would solve the wall problem. What
but
other
that's
cases
such
would
a
you have?
like minor thing, though.
The wall thing is a minor thing, kind of, right?
It's super minor.
But what is the big thing then again? Like, I guess.
Sure. What's it?
What is the big thing? What's the big thing? Why we need quasi-connectivity? Like, that's the thing. So wall is a tiny thing, but there's a lot of tiny things. I have the feeling, but there is a few really big things. Like, okay, trapdoors are another thing, right? Like, what else did we have? The butt switches we figured hadn't really anything to do with quasi-connectivity. Flying machines get larger was another thing.
Yeah, like the slime block machines need more pushing power.
Yeah, zero ticking will get harder. I'm not sure how much Mojang has for zero ticking though.
Yeah, like here, this if you go to this setup, right?
Where are you?
Here, like here.
Okay, over here.
Yeah, like
you may.
Like to determine which piston extends first, like left or right, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's right because I added like a delay. But if you were to do this directly, now left goes first.
Or rather, now it's pretty much random, like hash map dependent, right? Dependent on position.
It's not random, I think.
It is consistent in this position on this server with this Java virtual machine. Yes.
Is it not to do with just the axis that it's on?
No, sadly not. It would be better if it was, and I'm hoping that at some point that will change. But like over here, it's this one first. Over here, it's this one first. Even went lucky and got one on the first try.
Okay, so it's this location dependent. There we go, Redstone. Who loves Redstone?
Yeah.
I love Redstone.
So actually, now that I have a chance, and someone of Mojang is actually listening, or at least a Pocket Edition developer. I'm not sure if that's Mojang actually. So sorry if I mixed that up. But with the update order, I had a talk with Carbo yesterday, as I mentioned a few times before, and one thing we thought about was the update order of Redstone. How should it be, and what do you have there? Let's see if I can break down our results. Basically, we came to the resolution that there is, I think, 4 different types of ways you can decide things. So one thing is you can just decide things random, right? If you update these blocks in order, you could just do a random order, which is pretty much what is happening right now. Then the next thing is you could make it positional dependent. If you move it to another position, it might work differently. So that's also bad. That's like randomness and positional dependencies are pretty much the same. They are both bad because they are like hard to control for the player. Then the next layer of deciding which order it has would be rotational dependency. Like if you rotate a design, it might not work anymore. A great example for that is, are we on the right side here? Yeah, we are. Would be to have something like, this, and then we need a block there, and let's just add blocks there, that's easier to see, and a repeater here. So this thing is rotational dependent. If I trigger it, this piston extends. If I build the same thing, rotate it, so let's just do that over here. Then, repeater there. And a few more blocks on there. Then the 2 sides will work, but not this one. That is positional, rotational dependent because for pistons for the block updates, the x-axis always updates first, and then the y-axis, and then the z-axis, and always from negative to positive.
Thank you, Mungai.
So that's rotational dependency. It's also bad, but it's not as bad as positional dependencies, because it's something you can work with better, right? Because you can say, okay, if I build it facing north, then it works all the time. If you are positional dependent, you say, okay, I move it one block to the side, and it might not work anymore. That's bad. And if you find a way to fix rotational dependencies, there's even one more afterwards, and that's mirroring. And we had something, there's a better word for it in English, but I forgot it again. Carbo told it to me. I think chirality, I think it was, or something like that. Over here we got it. So basically, that's the last thing then, and I think getting rid of all of them is impossible, straight up. But as few of dependencies like that are in, the better. So this one is one side just updates first here, right? And it's this side. Now, you could make this so that it isn't rotational dependent. You could make that it's always the right side in this case. You could say the repeater just updates all blocks from left to right or something like that, or from right to left in this case it would be, right? When the repeater goes here, it updates always the block that's over here first, then the block behind here, and then the block here. So basically you use the direction of the repeater to define the update order it has. And then you could always say, okay, always this piston will extend first, no matter in which rotation you build it. But if you would mirror the same design, which is in this one a bit hard to explain, kind of, but if you would mirror it along this axis, right, then it wouldn't work anymore because it would still be the right side. So that's the last dependency, but getting rid of all of them is pretty much impossible, because then you have things like that, where you just say, okay, one piston needs to go first, or none of them triggers. That's then the decision you make. But yeah, to sum it up again, randomness, positional dependency, rotational dependency, chirality. And in that order, you want to get rid of them. You want to get rid of complete randomness first, then you want to get rid of positional dependency, then as much as you can of rotational dependency, and as a last thing, if you can get rid of it, of chirality as well. Because all of them can be, like, especially positional dependency and randomness can be super frustrating if just things randomly don't work anymore, if you build them up exactly the same way in another world or in another position.
Panda, Daniel says, seems that this dependency is the same one that gives you 0 ticks because it works with updates, and there can be many updates per game tick, but I might be wrong. Can you...
This dependency, he means the design where I...
By the way, Panda.
Where it's a piston... Wait, I will get back to it in a moment. Let's see what Cube... Well, yeah, Cube, continue.
Like, someone in chat, in the neuropsych, he's the crazy, like, roller coaster guy.
The roller coaster guy, yeah. Awesome roller coasters.
Awesome roller coasters. Like, this is also...
Oh yeah, that's also budding.
We've not really, like, talked about torches and pistons.
Indeed, because the torch is here acting as a quasi-connectivity.
This is funny though,
block.
like you can have this.
Well, yeah, actually that might be useful in some cases. So let me just get back to the zero ticking. Yes, this is a way zero ticking works on. I assume he was writing that while I was showing this. I mean, you can see that is actually a zero tick that generates here, because it first updates in the negative x-axis. So this piston receives a block event. Then it updates in the positive x-axis. Then this piston receives a block event for extending. And then it updates in the negative y-axis. So this piston down here receives a block event for extending. And then it updates in the negative z-axis, so there's a repeater, nothing happens. And then lastly, this one receives a block event. And since I just mentioned a lot of block events, let me get colors ready, because that's making it easier to explain.
This is really hard to follow, just saying, like...
Yeah, I know. I learned a bit of that about block events from Myron, actually. So if you want to learn more about it, he has a few videos explaining them. Myron Areno. So that why is there? Oh, I got my offhand glitched out. That's weird. That happened to me before.
Ouch.
Now it works. Okay, so we got a block event on this font first. Then next this one. Next the one down here. and lastly, the one back here. Now, when these events are executed, which happens later in the tick, firstly, this piston will start extending. Then next up, this piston will start extending because it was the next on the list. Then this piston will start extending because it was next on the list. And then lastly, the piston back here wants to start extending, but it realizes, oh, I'm not powered anymore. I don't need to do anything, and it will just stay that way. And that's why you generate 0 ticks in the x-axis here, but not in the z-axis, because of the update order. It is also possible to do 0 ticks without update order, though. And if you want, I can talk more about that. But I'm not sure.
I think there's a lot of people in stream. Like, I'm already watching you, like thinking, okay. Like, I just say yes.
It's
sure. Like, I believe you. Like, I know for a fact that these things work the way they do, but like, I don't know it to the extent you know it. Like,
it's really hard to explain it now.
I think to sum it up though, like Redstone's weird. I think that's the like summary I would give.
Well,
it's understandable. Like, yes, it's definitely like if you get really into it.
It is weird, yes, but it is.
Is this like a game-breaking bug though? Like,
it's not a game-breaking bug, no. Why was I bringing this one up in the first place? I think it was
like
to demonstrate some point what rotational dependency is.
You're getting to the like edges of Redstone, like super edge cases where under very extreme circumstances due to the way that the game like updates like blocks.
Yeah, that's
get
true.
Weird behavior.
I just wanted to mention it as that's how I got to it. You showed.
It's like the way I see it is like when you get close to a black hole, like physics starts acting weirdly, and that's kind of what's happening here right now as well. That's the way I see it.
But Cube, wait, how I got to it was you built this thing, right?
Yes.
Which is not an edge case at all, I think. It would be really nice if always the left piston would extend first or something like that.
But the thing is, like, I don't really care that it's random as long as I can manipulate it. Because I can make it so that, like, I build something, the left one is always going to go first, even though the delay, like, there's no repeaters. That's important to me.
You mean if you add delay, one is always going to go first?
No, like by adding pistons, I can manipulate which one goes first, even though it's not supposed to go first. That's all I care about. Like, as long as I still have control in some way or another about like which one is meant to go first. Like, I can also here make the right gun, like make the other one go first, if I really want to.
Oh yeah, that's a good point actually, because that's something where quasi-connectivity often helps to get these orders right. I think.
But this is like the stuff that like not a lot of people like use.
That's true, yeah. so maybe we are not making the strongest point here.
No, but it's still important.
Yeah, high level technical player issues.
Now the left one goes first, even though the delay is the same.
So yeah, just to what I got into here, and yes, so this is high level stuff, but what I get into is randomness in Redstone shouldn't be a thing. It needs to be a thing in some cases. Like in some cases or maybe not randomness, but like dependencies on position, rotation, I don't know what. But I think position shouldn't be necessary to have influence on it. I think at least you should be able to build the same design in different positions and it should work. And at the moment, that's not the case.
That's not the case. No, I do agree.
I just wanted to mention that. And rotation should be kept down as much as possible, but there is that's rotation is something you can work with relatively well. That's what keeps saying, that he can influence it. Position is something you can't influence that much, because when you started building a huge machine somewhere and you suddenly realize, oh, randomly it doesn't work in this position, then moving the whole thing is like not something you would do. But yeah, it's at least a little point for quasi-connectivity that you due to the fast way you can butt blocks here, can nicely work with updates and create orders in the updates due to how block events are processed.
Yeah. I think like the bottom line, and the conclusion for me, like for me personally on this stream, and seeing as Daniel's watching, like I want both. I want your new piston that has no quasi-connectivity, and I also want the old one. And I think like if you have both of them, that would be like the best thing ever, where you can like control exactly. Like in this circumstance, it would be better to use this piston because it will allow for this, this, and that. And like in the other circumstance, that'd be amazing. So please.
Best of both worlds.
Yes.
It would be the easiest thing.
And seeing as you're like at the foundation of coding stuff like that, it would be like if you guys want to inspire a new revolution when it comes to Redstone, like that would be amazing. And it would also help because you could just call something a basic piston, and then the new people that are getting into Redstone, like they will work with the basic piston and basically be like, okay, like I kind of understand that, and then they'll work with the advanced piston or whatever like you want to call the other one, and they'll be like, oh, I don't understand it. This behaves weird, but then like at that point they can decide if they want to try and figure out how the other piston works. Or just completely stick to the basic one. But yeah, the push limit to 16 would also be nice. Just squeezing it in there. So. I think he's in
Including
your
a
chat,
piston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, Dangeek wrote, can the left also be the left in the world? Yeah, that's the difference I make between rotational dependency and chirality, like this mirroring thing. Like left of the world is rotational dependency, and left of a component is a last thing, the mirroring thing, where you have like you can put all the transformations on your machine. You can rotate it around. You can move it in other positions, and it still works the same if it isn't. On that stuff.
Cabo, I love you. He just said quantum piston. It's a good word for it. Like which state is we don't know yet. When I look at it, it will change. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
No.
Is Cabo online? Does he want to join?
I don't know.
So yeah,
back
to quasi-connectivity, I guess. Sorry that I just brought up the whole dependencies in Redstone and what it should be dependent and stuff, but I just thought the thought was really interesting and wanted to share it. Yeah, quasi-connectivity. Without quasi-connectivity, you can make 1x1 pixel displays.
This is not a good enough argument, man.
Okay, so Cabo can't join at the moment. That's not a good enough argument. So, what can you do only with quasi-connectivity? Like, either Cube come up with something or the chat come up with something. Tell me something that's not possible without quasi-connectivity. I challenge you. And
this bud array here.
This bud array. Oh, right, we had something. Yeah, exactly. That's something we figured out already. That's not possible. It's not possible. Oh, actually, it is, but not as an array like that, right? We figured out it is possible with Redstone redirecting. Actually, here it's still built up. Wait, let's start with first things first. What you can do with quasi-connectivity is get a piston in the extended state, and as soon as you place a block in front of it, it will update and retract the block, right? Without quasi-connectivity, that's only possible by using Redstone redirecting, like over here. So we just place a Redstone block here that redirects, and now we have the same thing. However, that would not be possible in a row like that. Like we can't do Redstone redirecting here. Would it be possible if Redstone would point into the pistons, like what Dangeek said earlier? Would that make it possible? I don't think it would it?
No, because like that would make it so that would basically make this impossible. Like you wouldn't even be able to use redirection Redstone.
Well, it would still be possible. Like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, but I don't think it would make it possible for a row of pistons then.
If Unary is on your side, he also thinks two piston variations would be best.
Who thinks that?
Unary bit.
Oh, Unary bit. Yeah.
Is DanGeek still listening? I mean, thanks a lot for joining in. And if you're still listening, do you want to give us any insights on how the butt block works?
Well, like if you're willing to switch to Windows 10 and sign a non-disclosure agreement, then
I'm on Linux and I'm not planning to install out of all Windows 10. Sorry.
It's kind of like the situation. Like I'm still on Windows 7.
Still listening. Do you have a Linux version, maybe?
They don't have a Linux version.
Oh,
They do.
you are no nerds. You are no true nerds.
Okay, I have a few questions. I mean, he can ditch them if he doesn't want to have anything of that public, but I will just ask anyways. If there's an update, will the block in the same tick output a redstone signal? That's the first question. The second question is, can it be moved by pistons?
See you, Neuro. No, this is someone said goodbye to someone, sorry.
So, but the challenge still stands. Show me something else that's not possible without quasi-connectivity. We have the pistons not being in.
Well, like the thing I literally just made a moment ago, where I could control which piston goes first. Could you do that?
Okay, that's a good challenge. I think I can.
You think you can? Okay.
I think I can.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. It might be not very compact now if I try it, but I think I can. Let's see.
That's kind of the thing. Like I think a lot of things are possible with quasi-connectivity. Like without quasi-connectivity. But like I see a lot of situations where like a lot of things need to get bigger.
Guys, Daniel replied, not sure if I understand the first question, but the second, yes, it can be moved by pistons for sure.
Okay, that's awesome already. It being moved by pistons is one of the big things that is like, if that's possible, that allows a lot more things. So.
What about right-clicking to toggle the piston state, basically, like with the daylight sensor or something? Would that also be an option, Cube?
That would be good enough, yes. That would be good enough, yes.
So there you have it, Matosep.
So
yeah, that's the same thing. Then you still have two types of pistons.
So with the first question that he doesn't understand it, I think that might point towards his idea of or their implementation of how the block works might be completely different from what I imagine it to be. So I will just go through what I imagine a butt block to be like what my idea would be. So I will use a dropper for that. Let's just imagine that would be the butt block, right? So what I would imagine is that as soon as this block gets an update, like if I place a block here, oh wait, actually let's place redstone there first. As soon as I place a block here, this redstone would then turn on, right?
As a pulse, right?
As a pulse, maybe 2 or 3 ticks long or something like that. And after that, the block would reset itself, and after that it could be triggered again. In the time in between, it probably couldn't be triggered, I would assume. So, and what my question was is, if I place a block here, would in the same tick that I placed the block, this redstone turn on? Would that happen in the same tick? Or would that happen a tick later? Like, would there be a tick delay before the butt block reacts to an update?
If that wasn't the case, you would make instant redstone by just doing this. And then doing
indeed. But if that is the case, that there is a delay, then it limits our possibilities, because that's exactly what we use piston budding for at the moment, right? To get instant updates. That's something I know that many of the more hardcore tech guys care for a lot. Like if something like that would be possible. Also, if that would be possible, that it immediately receives an update, I could imagine chaining of these blocks in some way.
The thing is though, like this is being designed for Pocket Edition, and I think one of the things they'll struggle with is the like stress.
Oh yeah.
I think adding a delay would make it more handleable.
Probably, yeah. Oh, the ticking system is different on Pocket Edition, so that would depend on the when and if supporting PC happens. But for Pocket, it will tick as soon as it receives it ticks. So I doubt it's as instant, but we are still testing. Okay, wait, it will tick as soon as it receives its tick. Ah, okay, so it's. I guess it's a tile entity then that. Okay. So I guess it's a tile entity then that gets ticked, like an entity a bit, from time to time. Like in each tick, there's some section where it goes through the tile entities and updates all of them, and it will trigger the signal once it reaches this section. Is what I get from it now. That's also interesting. That might still be instant enough, possibly. Because pistons are also tile entities, right? And you still can have these block events and stuff. Well, actually, no, wait. Pistons are based on block events. That's not the tile entity thing. The block 36 is a tile entity. I mixed stuff up. I'm just assuming that it's similar to how it works on PC. I have no idea how the whole systems work on Pocket Edition, but I guess that it's then that he's referring to something like a tile entity there.
By the way, Mary, has Daniel replied anything about having two different types of pistons?
I don't think so. I didn't see anything. I don't know.
Sad face.
Danielle, puppy eyes and very nice voice. What do you think about the possibility to have like two piston sorts, one which can do the quasi-connectivity thing and the other one not? Maybe with the toggling, right-clicking at the piston, maybe two.
Yeah, or just like
pistons.
The best thing would just be two pistons, not toggling.
Because then we would have like the best of all worlds, and
then everyone would be happy. Imagine that.
I think the Redstones would be super happy.
Like everyone would be happy, like, but even happier, like not just happy for the sake of like other stuff not breaking, but also happy for the fact that like you've just made Redstone a lot better. That would be amazing.
What tile entity is currently movable by pistons? Cubehamster.
There aren't any tile entities that are movable by pistons, right?
Well, not on PC, anyways.
PC.
No, not on PC.
And I think on Pocket Edition it's not released yet either.
No. It's not released, but yeah, as I said, I said it in the beginning, quite in the beginning of the stream, that they plan. They said it on last Minecon, that they plan to have like all platforms, all Minecraft versions on all platforms at one day. They want to have it like totally the same, so people, no matter which platform, can play with each other, no matter where, server, etc. So. It should be all similar or all alike. So that's if tile entities will be movable in PE, then possibly also in PC in the future. And that's why also Jeb tweeted that it is eventually also happening on PE. PE is a little bit in the future, seen from the PC version. They got nice, squeaky clean code, so it's a little bit easier
Cauldrons.
for them.
Cauldrons.
Cauldrons?
There's someone in chat suggesting that. Like, what's a cauldron?
What's a cauldron?
Well, you can have water in it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still not a tile entity, though, right?
Okay, so Dangi just asked, I think this question goes to you, Cube. What would the other piston do that is just allowed to stay powered without power, right? Like you were talking about the two pistons and...
Yeah.
Wait, I can also just...
what's this?
The question is this. That was written by Dangi.
What would the other piston do that is just allowed to stay powered without power? Where's our wall? I think our wall, like the wall we had, demonstrated it pretty well.
The wall is over here.
Here. So as a demonstration, the ones on the right are the current pistons. The ones on the left would be the new pistons. So the old pistons with quasi-connectivity would basically still power 2 blocks above and like from the side, and an update would cause it to extend, and in this case this piston provides the update to the bottom piston, allowing it to extend. As for slabs basically kind of mediate the quasi-connectivity, whereas they only make it so that the blocks directly below are powered when you extend them, and not the ones below, because these are not solid blocks.
Exactly, so the slabs themselves can't be powered. Over here the iron blocks themselves are powered and power the lower piston via quasi-connectivity. And the slabs can't be powered themselves, but the redstone on top is powering the upper pistons with quasi-connectivity, and as redstone causes a lot of updates, it also updates them,
Yeah. And then the new pistons, the pistons that kind of make sense, the way they work, seeing as like basically the powers up here, it does not affect these pistons at all. And here it's just only blocks that are directly adjacent to a power source, in this case the iron block, will extend, but the ones below here are too far away and will not get powered.
Indeed. This wall is in general really cool. It demonstrates the difference really well.
Yeah. If you could be able to use both, it'd be really good.
Mary, if you see something in chat like another challenge, what to do without quasi. Actually, I had one. Cube gave me one. I should continue on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will tell you. Yeah.
Over here it was. So let's see. How do we do that without quasi connectivity?
I think someone in chat also has a suggestion, a screenshot for design. I can't permit you though, because I had the Alt tab. You should post the screen. Like, do you have like link protection on your chat, Panda?
Yes.
Okay.
Because of bad experience, but okay. you can post. You have the rights, I guess.
Mary, are you on my stream?
I am also on your stream, of course.
Yeah. Can you permit? Can you permit M124367?
I can't permit anyone. I think I'm not.
Oh, did I not?
You are the owner. And
yeah, but you're modded, like you're an op, right?
Yes, but I can't operate your channel.
No, but like it's a Nightbot that removes the link.
Oh.
So you should be able to do it. Exclamation mark permit. And then
weird.
Okay, Cube, DanGeek responded to the talking you did about the wall here again. So I think this is up to the PC team, but I think it's if it's the only way in which they get powered, it wouldn't make sense to make a whole new block, maybe a mode instead. Like sticky is a different piston, you mean? I guess what he means with mode is like that you have it like repeaters where you right click it and change it, or comparators. Comparators is the best example, I think. I think that's what he means with mode, right?
As long as you can control middle mouse click and have them in your inventory, like I don't care. Like, but it would be very annoying if you constantly like. I'm not even like yes. If that's enough for you, like if that's what you want to do and then add them, then sure. Like I don't care enough. As long as you add them, I'm okay with right clicking. Like.
This link, Cube.
I think.
Oh, just talking to Cube.
Yeah, I think that would also be the right way to go, because you have normal pistons and sticky pistons already, and then you could, for example, just right-click a piston, and I saw this screenshot of Pocket Edition piston, which has this extra extra extension in here, which looks more logical because over here the arm is longer than it could be if it would retract. It would, and in Pocket Edition it has the extra extension, and you could just right-click it and then it gets the extra extension and maybe some other texture changes, and then it's the buttable piston or the butt resistant piston or something like that, right? The quasi-connectivity resistant piston or something like that you would switch between modes like that. I guess that would make sense.
Read it because I was a little bit distracted on what Daniel wrote. I think this is up to the PC team, but I think if it's only a way in which they get power, it wouldn't make sense to make it a whole new block. Maybe a mode instead.
Oh no! This is still like no, like these. Yeah, sorry, no, but like these pistons are being powered in the exact same way, yet they act differently. Like this is not just a way for them to being powered. Like these slabs and iron blocks here, they're also over here. Like these pistons are both. I'm not sure if I understand like correctly what he's saying. But
you cut me off. He also said, or like sticky is a different piston. You mean?
Oh, basically, I want 4 pistons. I want a like sticky, non-sticky in the old way, and then sticky, non-sticky in the like quasi-piston and non-quasi pistons.
So basically, you want to have these 4 pistons here, right?
Yes, I want these 4 pistons.
They all work correctly already.
They all work. Yeah, exactly. These all work the way that I would want them to work. I just need this one to have a different idea and like maybe a different texture and a different name, and then it'd be amazing.
Yeah, or maybe you would have like a set of 2 pistons only and could toggle them in some way, and then they would change a little bit slightly optically, so you can differentiate from each other. But basically, he means 4 different pistons. Daniel says, Panda, that piston arm length might indeed be the reason why that's there. Obvious winky face implied. Oh, cute.
Okay. So that's how you toggle the pistons. Yeah.
It'd be so good. Like I'm gonna keep saying it. Like.
Okay, Cube decided completely where he stands on this issue.
Yeah. No. Like.
So the thing is, if that would really happen, like if they would really add 2 modes to pistons, I would say that the default mode should be the one without budding, because that's the one that normal players would see then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Old pistons probably should stay in this mode though, like in the mode they are already, right? So things don't break, so you don't have to run through all your contraptions and right click them. Yeah. But yeah.
Like here's also the argument is like you're I mean, we already spoke on Skype, and you said you're worried about how people would react to like changes like this. And this is literally like your golden ticket to make everyone happy.
I mean, I'm also worried. That's the point of this stream, you know, to not because some people of the community are totally freaking out or like making people panic and like we need to keep the quasi-connectivity, and we want to sort of move people because we don't know yet how the butt block works. If it's like something really super cool that will make us so happy that we wouldn't miss the quasi-connectivity, but of course, if we would get both or the best of both worlds, that would make everyone as the happiest.
Yeah, and it wouldn't even like make them happy for the sake of not having like broken a lot of stuff, but also happy for the fact that you've just added like a gazillion different new options and things you could build with Redstone, which is what drives the Redstone community.
I think that the main problem is that the Redstone community is so old. Like, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years? I think I touched the first time Redstone 2010 or something. I don't know. I don't know anymore, seriously.
Yeah, but but you still like you add the new pistons with the argument that it is a lot easier for people to get into building stuff, right?
Yeah. So that's why they are the survival community, tech community is a little bit more stubborn or doesn't want to lose, just to explain it, is a little bit more stubborn in that regard about what to lose. Daniel says, often the easy way out isn't the good way, but then again, in Minecraft, there's always a way out. That sounds philosophical. And this stream is very informative, by the way. Daniel, you're welcome to join us on TeamSpeak if you like.
That might actually be pretty helpful.
If you look into your private messages here on Twitch, I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Redstone is already cool. We don't even need to change the thing. Like someone in chat, like I think Redstone could definitely use an upgrade. But I don't think removing.
I say the builders need an update, but I see now that they are working on on that stuff. Of course, it would be nice to have an overhaul Redstone generally. Yeah. Have you tried pushing a button? Yes, more or less. The butt block should have multiple modes. For Zertic 1 tick says Nether Hurricane to Panda.
Like repeaters at the pulse. Nah, that feels like double implemented functionality. I don't think it should have several modes because repeaters already have this short, like how long they make the pulse. If you get a short pulse, you can still make it longer repeaters, right? So. I think too many modes are not good. I mean, they seem to be the solution for everything, right? You can just say, okay, make it optional. Everything is optional. You can just have super many modes, but it just gets confusing and like these. I hope I'm stepping on everyone's toes now because I don't know modding well, but there's some Forge mods which add like a lot of functionality to Redstone, and it is awesome in a way. But it also gets super complicated to get into, I have the feeling, because you have so many different.
But here, like Panda, this is like an argument.
Like
this is like an argument for me.
What is it?
Well, like they were willing to add a different sort of dispenser, right? With a different texture pack that just had a slightly different functionality. And that was, I don't know, like how many updates
Don't forget the 1.9 command blocks. Okay, they are not so bad.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and now I kind of want that done, like, for pistons. That's like, I don't think I'm asking like outrageous things. Just put like a triangle on this piston and like a circle on the other one, and then like, it's almost the same as the other one.
Yeah, I just wanted to point it out as it was then already. Okay, add modes to the butt block. I think there needs to be a really good reason for modes. In the case of pistons, I understand. Like quasi-connectivity is counterintuitive for new players especially, but at the same time, it's something that would be really bad if old players would lose it, right? Like it's we discovered a lot of things which won't work well anymore, which would get way bigger than before. And I guess it wouldn't be a problem if quasi-connectivity never was in the game. Actually, that's an interesting question, but I think it wouldn't be a problem if it never was in the game.
No, it wouldn't be.
Because people wouldn't miss it and they would have just found their ways around. But it was, and now it would feel like a giant step backwards. Yeah, and then...
You have to deal with the choices that have been made before you were there.
Cube Daniel is messing with you. He says, so you want 2 droppers and 2 dispensers, right? He thought it is Panda. No, it is Cube who wants 2 droppers and 2 dispensers.
Okay. I still have my challenge with the thing there to fulfill. I have a pretty good idea how to do it already, but before we showed that earlier, that was posted on the bug report of quasi-connectivity. That's a 3x3 door working without quasi-connectivity, because doors are also something that's brought up that it will get a lot more complicated. And I guess, is this more complicated than the quasi-connectivity using doors? I don't think it's much more complicated than that.
But the jet door is definitely more complicated.
Oh yeah.
This one over here, for example.
Okay, well, I guess it's easier to do it.
But
like
what I'm kind of worried about is, like, what if you have a door, like this is a 3x3 door where, like, you're still pulling in blocks from above. But what if you have, you know, even bigger doors where you you basically have floating pistons that you use to pull blocks upward. How the hell would you do that? Like,
well, for the really big doors, they already move redstone blocks along behind them, or minecarts on rails. It was in the past. So there is ways, but it gets a lot slower, I guess, right? Like that's also a thing I found in many discussions about quasi-connectivity I had. It at some point got to the okay, but if I want to build this giant machine, then it hits. And that's true. If you want to build this giant machine, then certain things might not be possible without quasi-connectivity. Or not be possible as compact. Like for example, the wall we discovered earlier.
I just want to say at the end of the stream, if you like, I will post this mod publicly in both streams of Cube.
I'm gonna upload this live stream, by the way, to YouTube.
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely something that's relevant to upload now with all the talking we had. We had a few interesting things. So zero ticking is mostly interesting because pistons are slow. And to leave the block behind, right? Oh, why is zero ticking interesting? I think there's well, yeah, because pistons are slow. That's one thing, definitely. Like, for example, zero ticking is used in huge redstone doors as well, like 4x4 doors, or I think even 6x6 doors. Who was it? Someone made. It might have been Deco as well, but. Might also mess it up, but someone also made a huge door like 4x4 or 6x6 or 5x5, I don't know exactly, which was completely based on zero ticks to be faster.
I think he made like a 5x5 as well, but I'm using Deco's 4x4 instant door in my missile factory. Yep. It's really good.
So yeah, definitely zero ticking is used for because pistons are slow and that can make them faster. That's one of the things. But there's also other things. Well, the leaving block behind is definitely super important. That's interesting.
Yeah, this still works. This is basically the lag that's on the Atlas.
Daniel says so zero ticking is maybe most interesting because pistons are so slow and to leave a block behind. Yeah, well, I mean, Panda wants to fix the pistons anyway, completely and generally, and maybe some PC users don't know that yet. PE does not have pistons yet, so that's what Daniel wrote on Reddit. Keep in mind, on Pocket Edition we don't have native pistons yet, and our redstone system is designed differently. So we had different challenges to get behavior to work similar to what you already had on PC Minecraft. So, but he did understand that this quasi-connectivity could be important for people.
So I'm wondering, is there anything else besides piston being slow and
I think this needs more thinking. Like I can't think of everything right now. But I'm sure, like if we upload this live stream, people watching now will come up with things.
Yeah.
Maybe we could repeat this at some point. Like let people watch the video, let the community watch the video, and maybe give you guys some things to test, or they can test it themselves with the world download that I will link you, and that Panda and Cube will also link into their video descriptions, so people can say, hey, this does not work, but it's super important, it has to work or something. Would that be an option? And then we could like repeat the stream in a week or something along these lines, and say, hey, this does not work.
I mean, if there's more interest for free, we possibly can.
Yeah,
I think that would be fine, yeah.
Because we can't think of everything now, and the community is really, really awesome in coming up with some things that you guys can't think of currently, and yeah, that would be great if you could have them fiddle with the world and figure out what would be super important to keep or to have, why quasi-connectivity is important, or so that they can just fiddle themselves and see, hey, it's not so as important as I thought, you know, maybe so they can realize it for themselves or not.
Well, I really can't think of. Well, I think zero ticks because pistons are slow and because of the leaving the block behind. But yeah, this is, I spaced out a bit. Ilmango wrote something. Let's see. He might know more about zero ticks. Another example of quasi-connectivity is useful detecting.
Yeah.
From 2 blocks away. Oh yeah, I remember using that as well. But I don't think that's a big thing, is it? I guess. Oops, over here. Like one thing you can also nicely use quasi-connectivity for is in tree farms. You have always pretty strict space limitations, right?
Yeah. But
so,
like with a butt block, it would still work, though, right?
So yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like you just put it like that. Have a piston down here, and then have something updating the piston, right? Like a comparator clock. And then you can detect if the creek when the creek crows, because then it will place a block there. But it will not work here because we don't have quasi-connectivity.
No. I think is there anything else we need to do in this stream, or are we kind of done?
I think we can slowly get to the end, definitely. So one more thing I got here. Just saw that. Another thing I hear it wasn't possible, or was possible thanks to quasi-connectivity, is a triple piston extender that you power from on top, and over here that is one without quasi-connectivity. So it's not timed, and I need to do the timing by hand, which is a bit iffy because that didn't work. You need to get the timing right. But if you would set it up, then oh wait, I made it wrong. Let's reset it. Do this. So like that, you could extend it, and then retracting would just work like that.
What about a double triple extender powered from that?
Yeah. Okay. I think you got me there. Well, can you do that with quasi-connectivity? I guess you can, right?
Should be able to, yeah.
You probably can even use the tricks that I used here with the piston with the redstone block in front.
Well, it doesn't work here because we're still on the wrong side.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, the very limited space is always the thing where that gets brought up with quasi-connectivity, and that is very true. Like, let's see, maybe if we want to sum it up, we should try to let's leave the triple piston extender, right, and also leave this other thing I wanted to do. I'm pretty sure it is possible, but
that's not worth the time right now.
Yeah. So very limited space. One thing that is a thing where quasi-connectivity helps a lot because it enables you to power things from other sides. Yep.
Flying machines are a lot more compact. Robots are more compact.
Exactly, flying machines. What did you say as a second?
Robots.
So robots. Oh yeah, well, also flying machines. Yeah. Then we have these pistons in extended state. Well, I guess that's not a big one. That's a pretty specific thing. Zero ticking gets more complicated, which is also something that you can hardly bring up because, well, that's just like I don't think zero ticking is really something that a huge part of the community uses.
No.
The people that use it extremely, right? Like yes. Everyone that gets into it like uses it a lot, but yeah, I think that's like mainly it's the space limitations in farms and the block limitations in flying machines. I guess we can sum up for here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to mention the other side about again 1x1 pixel display.
Using redstone lamps, yeah.
With redstone lamps. And yeah, I guess there's some other things and better understandable for new players. Definitely.
Yep. I'm on both. That's like how I'm gonna end my stream.
Let me just read a bit more in chat and then I will stop it as well.
Humorabit says one thing where zero-ticks was used is in witch farms so that the witches fall through without stopping.
And witch farms?
Didn't they fix witch farms in 1.9 with the new like?
No.
No. Okay. Like shifting, didn't they fix the shifting floor things?
You can still do it with soul sand.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, with soul sand, okay.
Or glass blocks would work as well.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, like let's just up this cube over here. I got the comparison.
I believe you. It makes sense. It makes sense. You don't need to show me.
Yeah, but I will show it anyways for the viewers. Like these shifting floors are fixed. These ones still work.
Yeah. Cool.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess if we wrap it up here, that was our look into it. If you're interested in seeing more like that, like let us know. I think we both will upload it. So if you watch till here at the very end of the video, then you are definitely interested. So maybe just let us know in the comments if you want more, and potentially we might do it again in a week or so, and just continue there with the feedback we got, right?
Yep. And there will be links in the description to Panda's Twitch and like the other people.
And also to the world download. If you're interested in somehow helping and trying to figure out stuff, there will be a link to the world download here. The side with the brown patches is where the quasi-connectivity is turned off, and the totally green side is basically the normal behavior that you know from currently. So make your own builds, test stuff out, and maybe send in the video comments Cube and Panda your screenshots or something.
Panda,
what
are you gonna
doesn't work?
Are you gonna make this like server-sided client available? Because maybe people want to mess around with it.
Yeah, definitely. I think Mary has a link and can post it.
I got the link,
the
yes.
chat.
Okay.
So the mod that will be available, I will put it in the video description and also give it to Cube. Maybe if we do it, that I might want to re-upload it and add some instructions how to install mods, because there's always a lot of questions about that. Yeah. And even with instructions, and at the moment it's just the files. So
yeah, maybe make a little video or something.
Okay, well, I'm gonna end my stream here. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Mary, for helping with chat and stuff.
Yep, thanks a lot for joining in, Cube. Also, thanks a lot for joining in and giving us feedback and questions to DarnGeek. That's really awesome to have a developer in here, because that's exactly what we do this for, to give you guys an understanding what the community does with this stuff, and give you a better feeling how to handle it maybe. And if we can help in some way, that's we are super glad. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh. So I stopped streaming now.
I haven't.
Cube is still streaming, so don't say anything mean.
I'm having trouble stopping my stream. My PC is just like dying. Oh, there we go. Come on, please. I want to end my stream. There we go. Bye.
Bye.